Today, we're diving into one of the greatest literary mysteries in history, the Voynich Manuscript. Imagine walking into an ancient library, the scent of old parchment filling the air. You run your fingers along the spines of books that have been untouched for centuries when suddenly, you come across something unlike anything you've ever seen before. A manuscript, its pages filled with an unknown script, written in an alphabet that doesn't exist. The ink has faded, but the symbols remain intact, elegant yet alien, almost as if written by something beyond human comprehension. You flip through its pages and find illustrations of plants that don't exist, celestial charts that map unknown constellations, and even strange humanoid figures performing bizarre rituals. You take it to a historian, a linguist, a cryptographer. No one can read it. Not even modern AI, trained on every known language, can decipher its meaning. This isn't a legend. This book is real. It is called the Voynich Manuscript, and for over 600 years, it has remained one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the world. What is it? Who wrote it? And, most importantly, why was it written in a language no one understands? Today, we're unlocking the secrets of the world's most mysterious book. A book that shouldn't exist. The mystery begins in 1912, when a rare book dealer named Wilfried Voynich stumbled upon an ancient manuscript hidden deep within an Italian monastery. It looked like any other old book at first, but as Voynich examined it closer, he realized something was very, very wrong. The manuscript was filled with hundreds of pages of text, written in an unrecognizable language, a script no historian, scholar, or linguist had ever seen before. It contained no punctuation, no recognizable structure, and no connection to any known language family. But the most unsettling part was the illustrations. Strange plants that don't exist on Earth. Were they extinct species or something from another world? Elaborate astronomical diagrams. Were they maps of the stars, or something else entirely? Naked women floating in tubes of liquid. Was this some form of lost medical knowledge, or an ancient fantasy? Voynich was convinced he had found a lost text of ancient knowledge, possibly from a forgotten civilization or an undiscovered genius. He spent his entire life trying to decode its secrets. Over a century later, we're still trying. Who wrote it? A secret scholar, a master code maker, or someone not of this world? For years, scholars have debated the origins of the Voynich Manuscript. Some believe it was written by Roger Bacon, a 13th century English monk and scientist known for his advanced ideas on optics, medicine, and astronomy. If true, this could mean the book contains hidden knowledge centuries ahead of its time. Others claim it was the work of a Renaissance alchemist, encoding his discoveries in an unbreakable cipher to protect his knowledge from the church. And then, there's the most controversial theory, that this book was never meant for human eyes at all. Some researchers suggest that the Voynich Manuscript may be of extraterrestrial origin. They point to the non-existent language, which doesn't resemble anything on Earth. The bizarre diagrams, which some believe could be maps of an alien world. The strange biological drawings, which don't match any known plant or animal species. Was it a message from another civilization? A scientific record from a visitor beyond Earth? Or did someone long ago discover something so profound, so dangerous, that they hid it in an impossible-to-decipher code? Scientists, AI, and the code that can't be broken in the modern era. Some of the greatest minds in cryptography and artificial intelligence have attempted to crack the Voynich Manuscript's code. They've tried every known cipher, every linguistic pattern, every mathematical algorithm, and still, nothing. Some scholars now believe the manuscript might be a carefully constructed hoax, meant to deceive collectors or scholars of the past. But here's where it gets even stranger. Even though no one can read the words, researchers have found that the structure of the text follows real linguistic rules. The words repeat in ways that mimic real human languages. The script obeys phonetic patterns, even though the sounds don't exist in any language. It's too complex to be a simple hoax. Who would go through so much effort to create something this elaborate, for no reason at all? So what does this mean? Is it a lost language? A scientific journal in a code we no longer understand? Or something far more mysterious? Will we ever know the truth? Over 600 years after it was written, the Voynich Manuscript remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of all time. If it's a code, then who was it meant for? If it's a forgotten language, then who spoke it? And if it's a hoax, then why does it follow such perfectly logical linguistic rules? Maybe one day we will finally crack the code and reveal the truth hidden in its pages. Or maybe it was never meant to be understood. Tomorrow's story, The Time-Traveling Mummy, a pharaoh who knew the future tomorrow, will explore one of the most shocking discoveries in ancient Egypt, a pharaoh who seemed to know about events that wouldn't happen for thousands of years. Did the ancient Egyptians have knowledge of time travel? Or is there another explanation hidden in history? Don't miss it.